So this video, basically, I'm gonna continue off exactly what I was going to continue off about with the Kamala Harris situation. What she did on the West Coast, Kamala Harris granted the illegal migrants something called asylum. Asylum is the word. She granted the migrants from the West Coast that the East Coast really doesn't know anything about asylum. So basically, if you come to the United States and you want to become a citizen, it's a waiting list. And what Kamala Harris did was she let them wait on the waiting list in the United States of America instead of letting them wait in Mexico, which is wrong. So when they became, asylumized, basically, they were granted property. They're granted money. Everything I talked about, the EBT, they granted the cash. They granted everything, and they're still waiting to become a citizen. But they're not waiting in Mexico. They're waiting in California. They're waiting in Las Vegas, and now they're waiting here in New York. So like I said, she's justified in a specific type of business plan that goes hand in hand with politics. However, you get in trouble later down the line when they find loopholes in your paperwork, such as Barack Obama opening up that law firm and getting in trouble. Also, Donald Trump getting in trouble recently, besides this incident, and Hillary Clinton, Bill Clinton getting in trouble. These are emails, right? You see how we're blinded by technology, but we got to use it. We don't learn from the paperback anymore, like paperback books and stuff like that. So now these electronic emails that could be deleted, because USPS, when you register on the website, they could change your password from you and lock you out of your own, your own account, regardless. You have to keep up with it. If it goes by a certain time and you don't sit up there and change certain things for USPS, and you still use USPS just as a drop-off service, and you have the receipts going there, you're not going to be able to see your receipts have you not been logging in to USPS on the website. And then they're mandated, and it's mandatory for them to change the password. And sometimes you can't use your old password, and there's a whole bunch of steps and lockout steps and stuff like that, because that's FBI, that's federal, that's, city and state don't control the USPS. That's the federal government that controls them, okay? So I'm just saying, she implemented it already on her own as a female business entrepreneur. Now other people gonna get mad and jealous and try to make her scheme look bad before it blows up, because all she has to do is take the same thing and give it to us. She could, instead of making it, mandatory to certain people, just change a couple of words and you just direct it to every citizen in the United States of America. So that might be her plan, and she might be getting blackballed by opening up that specific route in the economy. Like Barack had healthcare, but if Kamala has a care where she pays you $5,000 and $13,000 in EBT every month, but you have to use it a certain way, a lot of people are going to be with it. Like, you really can't dictate your money. She's going to grant it to you, but you really have to take this trip. You have to pay this amount, buy this. Yeah, this is something you're going to have to do because it's a part of the program. It's like a YouTube scam or a YouTube program that I know about and I can teach you right here, right now, but I'm not going to do it, right? I'm not the president of YouTube, just an employee. So if you want to work with me, you gotta bring that money. So on to the next subject. What we see is, because I'm a blogger, content creator, and I gotta answer to hire people because I come from a celebrity family, and it kind of sucks because of this shade. You know, it's other things being attached to it. Like Kenya is putting the chip finally that was made in America. They're putting the chips in the Kenyans. So would you rather have a chip in your hand and have a whole economy that's based on the chip? Or would you rather have a card every month, or two different cards every month, that has a gross large sum of income that's guaranteed to come to your account in your life every single month for the rest of your life? Or for however long it expires. And you just don't know when it's going to expire. You see the new world order? We getting rid of the dead president and we're going to do it a different way. Instead of cash, it's a card or a chip. So now this certain merchandise you could buy with a chip, but you cannot buy this certain pet with cash money. You got to buy it with a Bitcoin or something like that. I don't accept American dollars. I sell tiger cubs or hyena cubs. You could come, you could buy one. You could buy one, all right? But it'll cost you Bitcoin money. I'm not taking no cash. Bye. Get off my phone. That's part of the new world order. So you have to be business people because you're working for people. But however, on your own spare time and your personal time, instead of being, like alone and miserable, you have to somewhat be a entrepreneur that's like, you got to be a little dirty and scamish because it's allowed in the city and state, because the city and state cops cannot come crack down on you for that. The FBI have to come crack down on you for it. Now, some people that get hit up by the police and you get obtained by the police and the FBI police don't come, all you gotta do is just stay quiet and then eventually you get released. That's, but sometimes they hold you for a long period of time. You just don't get no conviction, or you get something way less, maybe a violation. You better shut up at the end because they really, really, really press your buttons. Court is all about sexism and racism. That's what the whole criminal justice situation is about, and I don't think New York fully understands that. All right, y'all just don't. Y'all don't understand that. I'm just saying. Besides the governments getting together and working in outer space, and they can see everything we doing, they can zoom into the crib and watch you take a shower. Instead of asking the police about a murder, they can zoom the satellite into that specific area, play it right back, and convict the person. They're just not going to do it because of money. You can make more money hiring cops, letting murder and stuff happen like that, instead of just buying a big-ass machine that's going to do the investigation for you. And then have the FBI just seize the killer instead of the regular police. Because that's where you go for murder, to the federal government. You don't go to them. You go to them for housing and holding, and then you get shipped. Your ass gets shipped off, and it becomes something different. Especially when they make it federal. So I'm just saying, that's the new world order. They get along, and I'm talking about the governments, all the government of departments, the GOD. That's on the back of a dollar bill. That's why people is changing it. Government of departments. That's why they're about to do something. And what they're doing is they're about to test missiles. They're about to test this shit in New York. They're about to test this shit in Texas. They're about to test it in California. They're about to test it in the middle of the United States of America. Why do you think Hawaii got wiped out? Hawaii was a part of America. You see what I'm saying? We own the land. And we brought it a long time ago just to close it down, just to make it a missile site or a weapon test site. Y'all forget about that type of stuff. And then you become a science experiment when your ratio and the death ratio is calculated in who lived, who's sick, who has side effects, who's blind, who's deaf. Yeah, all that you get those people, the government, the elites, they get paid when that stuff happens to us. If it's a new blind person being born, the American government gets paid more than the parent in that person It goes down as a registration is blind, right? Right. It goes down for the government in the United States as a whole, as titles of franchises, being in medical fields, being in medicine and drug and farming fields. They get paid an extra tax and tariff for you being sick. That's why they want you sick. That's why they want you unhealthy. You got to drink 8 glasses of water every single day. None of y'all can run a mile. I looked around for a while. There's not a lot of people out here, especially at the age that they're at, that can run a mile straight and be okay. They get too exhausted. And you're supposed to run it fast. Not 13 minutes. I'm talking about 5 to 6, 7 minutes, sometimes 8, depending on how old you are. And you got to drink water to get that back. So I'm just saying, that's a part of the New World Order too, because they sat your asses down, paid you, sat you down and paid you like you wanted to. And they just suffocated your oxygen. They replaced your oxygen with electricity. So you're going to zap, because electricity turns into fire. You know, like a forest fire. They got it mapped out. All I can do is just show you that I'm artistic enough to express it as it happens. And you can't stop it. I can't stop it. I can just show you. So just be amazed. Why are they out of space? There are hums, vibrations, gases. There are clouds of fish coming from outer space. That's from a storm, right? And for somehow a new animal or a new bug, you know how a bug is made? A cloud of these shits is just splatter on planet Earth. If they splatter on other planets, there's no life on there, they just die instantly. But for some reason, when they splatter here, they live. You see what I'm saying? Everybody doesn't think that the dead comes back alive. When you eat something rotten, or when something is deteriorating in you, or if you get a worm, right? The degeneration, doesn't it become bigger and grotesque, right? The impacted nastiness of rottenness that's coming in, the buildup, that's alive. It's moving and becoming a worm. There's something in Islam called the alaqua, and it's like a worm that generated, and it became us, planet Earth, and everything that goes on into it. So if you look at the rotten negative effect, which you can see through your conscious eye, that's the purple chakra, you see that rotten degeneration becomes grotesque, like doo-doo, feces, or worm, and it eats on good, and it eventually pops out because you are what you eat. So if something dead, rotten, ate something alive, which was your intestines, because you're alive, or anything else's intestines, it becomes a living organism. All that just happened is that the outside grossness became a coat, a living coat, like skin and leather. That's it. You feel me? That's what happens when you take protein powders and the mealworms that y'all eating, and I keep laughing at y'all. That's what y'all doing to yourself, and that's why y'all feel the way y'all feel, but you look like big snakes or whatever with unhealthy dieting. Because that's what you are. The back of a brain of anything is a reptile. That's the reptilian sensory. So everything is connected through the back of the brain. Whether it's whatever has a brain, a bird, an actual lizard, a dog, or a cat, the back, or a human being, a gorilla or a bear, the back of the brain is called reptilian sensory. And there's a function there. Just like on the chakra, God conscious on the front, you see how there's a separate function there? There's a separate function that none of y'all know about that's stationed on the back. It's like a flower. All right? Yeah. So now these people know it, and they're using it against you by making you lazy. They just want to kill y'all anyway in the name of God, government of departments. You didn't do what you were supposed to do. We got to start over, build new infrastructures in the economy. They just going to get rid of us. The shit that they know that you don't know is that we digital and we just come back and do the same shit again. And they taught you it through the story of Jesus Christ. The sun goes up and goes down. Goes up and goes down. Does the same thing. So they just keep playing it on y'all. And now they're looking for an answer. And as they sacrificing, doing the negative, degenerate, nasty, rotten process I just explained to you, as they're doing that to us, they get an answer. I'm not sexist. It's just not it. I seen opportunists. That's how I got chakras. I was a little bit more ahead than the opportunists. It's always somebody putting it into you, with different color eyes. I'm not going to say nothing. This joint is structured, systematic, and it's gonna happen. What the government, the feds want to tell y'all is everybody just rebel and stop going to work. Don't pay for shit. Lauder, loot, fuck up everything. If y'all want to talk to other countries and stop them from bombing us, everybody just stop going to work and just start fucking everything up. I'm talking about stealing and fucking everything up. Just take it out on the infrastructures and on the bullshit jobs that we answer to. Because they supplying us with food and we need food to live, but they're denying us the farming aspect. You see? They fucked us up. So the other countries that live indigenous also, and they don't bother their Indians, they native Indians, they want to see us go crazy instead of keeping complaining about this shit. I'm going to break everything in Best Buy. I'm going to break everything in them, the mirror stores that they said, I'm going to break everything. I always wanted to do that shit. The stores, the big glass stores with mirrors. I always wanted to just, for some reason, I just wanted to break that shit. Everything in there. I'll do that. I'll fuck up a whole bunch of stores. For real. Money, though. We can't farm talking about it because you built these infrastructures, these buildings, you got smoke. It's all types of waste and pipes and oil and stuff. No. What they did was they took that sludginess and they put that in our new food. I'm being dead serious. You're going to be on TikTok showing them how they made it ground beef or hot dogs. That's equivalent to you building a nasty-ass building next to an irrigation crop, and this building got oil and cloud and smoke and all this other stuff. It just doesn't matter. It's called Vastu Shrashta. That's what those people use. They use different languages with you, to you, and against you. It just doesn't match, right? You see how you dwell and teach? That's the translation of the two words. Vastu Shrashta is actually, it comes from Hindu, but the Jewish people took it, and the Judaism, they use it in court against you. The people with the papers, you learn those words. So those people go insane on certain words because they're in power, and they're using it against you, and they're giving it power because there's nothing you can do because you're powerless. You see what I'm saying? Vastu Shrashta. You're not going to build a church in the middle of an amusement park. It just doesn't make sense. So people's behavior emulate that. It's called Vastu Shrashta. Yes, I'm dead serious. Dwelling, teaching. Dwelling, teaching. Now, if you got an imaginary friend and you're abusing somebody and dwelling and teaching on it, you showed something. So now, America, you showed something. Hello. Look who's telling you it. So for the selected few that's watching my content, I guess you was fortunate and privileged to actually hear me make content. It's running out anyway, whether it's tomorrow or 20 years from now. Somebody expires. I called it. There's nothing y'all can say. Last Saturday, a week from today, before all I caught the UFO. And I just told y'all, I said, what did I say in my last video? Look at the birds that's coming over here. The spotted bald eagle is over here now. The harpy eagle is over here now. That's exactly what happens every single time we are all outside. We see UFOs, guaranteed. As soon as they start communicating, I promise. You see, the harpy shit scared me. I didn't expect that. I seen the harpy eagle when I was on the train. I looked up on the left side and I seen the nigga just staring in the train on the tree. If you don't know what a harpy eagle looks like, there's a harpy eagle over here. If you don't know what a spotted bald eagle looks like, go look it up. Go look it up. And as soon as we see them shits, the crows ain't here no more. The pigeons ain't here no more. None of that shit is here no more. The UFOs come on at night. Dead serious. At 7, like from 7 to about 9, you'll see some shit. I'm dead serious. And then it goes away. Every time. But you gotta see the birds coming. Dead ass serious. We caught on to that shit 10 years ago. This happened in 2014. We all started talking about this shit out loud because the birds kept fucking with us. Before they destroyed the park, the buzzard, you know the buzzard, and then you got a real vulture, you got a turkey buzzard, and then you got a real vulture, right? The vultures kept coming, not the buzzards that the Native Americans used to contact with, not the turkey buzzards with the turkey head, and they got the little VW looking thing under it. Not that shit. I'm talking about an actual vulture. They kept coming on the basketball court as we was playing. I'm dead ass serious. Once we seen that shit, that's why people don't come outside. Everybody from this block don't come outside no more or they move. As soon as them birds start coming to play with y'all, you gonna start seeing them shits. Dead ass, guaranteed. Dead ass. Kamala named it asylum though. Insane asylum or asylum. She granted him asylum in America. Asylum is that they're on a waiting list. They're basically citizens because they're getting money in our income that's in our name. They just need a social security number. So now they're running insane on the asylum of America instead of being in Mexico. That's what people is mad about. Alright? Yeah, that shit can start a terrorist attack. That shit can let off a fucking missile from Russia. I'm trying to tell you that right now. Because you know why? We're still waiting. GOD, whether you like it or not, Russia is a part of the GOD. And we in America, they a part of God. Because them people that they eyes that they close, if they hit us, like they have been hitting Ukraine, and you see Ukraine is a Christian country, close their eyes. In God we trust. Absolutely. Now a female president. I'm just saying. Keep your headphones in. Keep them in. That's just my advice. The water over here, we don't know if they dropping speakers underwater while we sleep. That's waterproof. It can make a vibration that can fuck us up and can scare your old people, can scare your cat to death. It better not. It's just a whole bunch. It's energy weapons. Forget bullets. There's something called energy weapons now. They gonna use energy weapons from outer space. You see what I'm saying? It's booms. Them shits, it moves your heart. Pay attention to how quiet it is outside. Think about it. Right now, if you take a listen to where you at, it's quiet. Usually, it's an invisible hum. What do I mean by that? And I taught you the word again. I'll teach you the FBI word again. It's called incorporeal. It's like when you get scared, a paranormal feeling. It's like that, but you can't see it. Okay, so there's sound that comes with that. And I can explain that in detail. And I told you over and over, and people don't understand me, that it's weather and temperature. A shadow. Think about a shadow. You see a shadow when it's sunny and hot outside. All right? So have that in the same mind frame of incorporeal. Incorporeal is something that's there, but it cannot be seen. That's the definition. So now that we feel it, you feel the wind, don't see it, you can hear it, and it becomes normal to us. I promise. If you listen right now, the hum that they're talking about in NASA is not there right now. It just went off. I'm dead serious. We hear it and then we get used to it naturally. And I've been picking up on the hum ever since I was born. I don't care what nobody say. And then we pick up on it and we just function. And then the shit go away and then it comes back on. It's a hum. I'm dead serious. And we pick up on it and we just live our life. I'm dead serious. That's what it is. So NASA's looking for it. Don't know where it came from. That's why all of us as people, as countries, we aren't dead yet, because they're still looking for God. They're still looking for Allah. They're still looking for the incorporeal to come to corporeal. That's what they're looking for. And they started it in Switzerland with CERN. So it's only a matter of time before they turn our lights off, because you have to use electricity on the other realm, the other dimension, to start a gravity portal, a black hole or the black triangle. It has to be a function of electricity. You see what I'm saying? You see how a blackout happens? Okay. Incorporeal. So what is it? It's power. What is the power fueled by? And you calling it paranormal? Electricity. That's obvious. Think about static electricity. Lint you can see corporally. So if something is a different temperature right next to you and is about to zap your ass, right? Think about it. It's either hotter or colder or both at the same time, because people's body drop from up to down. That's what a chakra, God conscious mind is. Now the back from the back to your deltoids up to your brain, that's a flower, right? And being that I get targeted, I'm not gonna teach you it. I'm just gonna let you know that's a flower, right? And you're fucked. That's what I'm gonna teach you, and that's why I'm making the content. Feel me? Me being at FBI property, I'm not gonna spoil that for myself. I'm just gonna laugh. These god awful cousins, famous cousins, that's millionaires, they just keep looking at my content. And you're thinking about it. You can't even make your own organic and be yourself. You can't even be yourself. Y'all niggas is crying like little girls. Y'all niggas is not going out. Y'all ain't got no more chicks. You're wearing the same clothes. Just there thinking about what cousin just told you because you looked at my video. I feel like laughing. You sad. And it's just what it is. I'm over here hysterical. You over there a millionaire. I'm laughing hard. You over there depressed. Mental health. Feel me? It ain't nothing for me to put that shit on right now and be just like you and cheat the same way. I just don't want to go to jail for this shit. I want them to snatch y'all niggas first, and then I'm going to go do it as the shit calms down, like I was taught to do it. I know how to hide it and all of that. The fuck? You see? It's all over money. Once again, Kai Cenat gets how much? He says what in his content? Y'all gave him this platform because of how? Have you ever been around him? Personally? Is he really like that, or is it just for the camera? I'm just saying. What Kai Cenat got to do with it? Wasn't he about to talk to Kamala Harris? Spoiler alert, as when Kai got cut, Kamala Harris was right there in White Plains. What am I saying? She seen Kai Cenat when he was a kid. Duh. Because I seen him at the same time. Both of them. Spoiler alert. So now we know that. Right? Now we know that. And we know states is turning on states. If I had it my way, I'd go back to Richmond. You know, I found a couple of, gangster-ass family members that'll come down here and shut some shit down. If I had it my way, I would, I would probably do that shit. It's a hop, skip, and a jump. The streets is gonna be absolutely terrified if these motherfuckers come up here. You see what I'm saying? All of this shit relates because it's family. People are average citizens are just picking up on abrupt, disrespectful behavior out of the blue. I mean, just concentrate on your chest. You got a flat chest admiring my chest. Stay over there, all right? All right? I don't have to take that shit that you're taking. I made it. I did it. I can sit here skinny. Yeah, I could go to 129 pounds to 170 really, really fast. And that's why a lot of motherfuckers don't try me in that ring. So, yeah. Real fast. Yeah. Fuck around. Y'all done. Y'all sat down. The government sat y'all down. They went and spammed y'all. Y'all officer that y'all been talking to, that y'all been giving money to every month for them promotions, he's probably been reporting your shit. So the people that's been paying $10,000, because y'all eating like that per month, so you can make that big amount of $1 million money that you want and have excellent credit. You don't have to spend the dollars. You can just use your credit, the black card and all that. That's what you're using, the unlimited. He's probably the one that's getting paid from you and just reporting your shit also. Fucking up your money. Trying to make you spend more money. You got to think about stuff like that too. Alright? Because that's what's happening. Kai, why did you get so scared? Why you didn't want to talk to Kamala? You just seen her in White Plains, New York. She just felt sorry for you right in front of me, and my fucking name is in your paperwork, knowing good damn well I didn't cut you. Now, into that. Oh yeah, and my father, the one that you called uncle, yeah, you gotta explain that shit too. Because he's not good with me at all. So this kumbaya, harmonizing, getting together, no. I'm about to call my family from the South or make a quick run down there, do what the fuck I gotta do, right? And then there's gonna be some visits. And I'm being serious because it's going down. I'm on it just like that with y'all niggas. I saved it for the last fucking hurrah. Just like that. A lot of people's annoyed. And for some reason, we all fucking look alike. Yeah, and that's what I want to reveal in person and not just tell you. I'm gonna show you something. With that story, how I want to fucking break mirrors, I really want to show y'all niggas something. That's gonna put some fright and fear in y'all.